Okay, so welcome to our Tuesday afternoon class. For those of you who have never met me before, my name is Kim. I'll be guiding you through your yoga flow. As always, keyword is guide, so paying mind to what's going on in your body. You know to adjust your sails as you need, whether you're taking any modification, taking knees down, any variation where you might bring blocks under fingertips to bring the earth a little bit closer. You want to do what's right for you and go from there. Okay, with that being said, we're going to begin sitting up nice and tall, finding your way to an easy seat, and maybe right away you decide you want to perch yourself up on a pillow or a blanket or a block, whatever you have available to you. I'm personally using a pillow today because my hips are feeling it. All right, turn the light on, get a little brighter in here. And you're going to close your eyes, kind of take a moment's time to really check in with self, seeing how you feel. Relax your cheeks, relax your jaw. Try to soften the space between, behind, and around your eyes. And really use that pranayama as you allow it to distribute through your body. Release any tension you might be holding, whether conscious or unconscious. Your inhale expands your lungs, opens your rib cage, creates space where there was once none. And nice and slow, that exhale allows you to soften, relax, and surrender into that space. And you continue in this manner. Your inhale fills you, expands you. Your exhale relaxes you, surrenders you. Utilizing that beautiful water breath, equal part breath. Your inhale matching your exhale. Bringing you to the here and the now. Shedding any excess you might be carrying. Letting go of what is no longer serving you. Give it 3 more breaths. Just feel that breath moving through. Exhale, letting it go. 2 more. Beautiful. Give it 1 more big breath. And nice slow exhale. Gently draw your hands to prayer heart center as we bow our heads to our hearts, choosing an intention for our practice, dedicating our energies, our efforts, whatever we manifest together today, for what purpose will it serve? Maybe today it's to remind you to let go, to surrender, to trust and have faith. Maybe it's reminding you to have patience. Whatever it is for you, for another, whatever it is, hold space. 1 more breath in. Exhale. Nice and slow, send that prayer up to the sky. Separate your hands, relax your shoulders, take a big breath in. Exhale, open up cactus arms, middle fingers come to thumb, mudra of patience. You take a big inhale, tummy in, ribs out. Exhale, let that breath go. 1 more big breath, shrug your shoulders up to your ears. Exhale, roll them down and back. This time, inhale, tummy in, ribs out. Exhale, you're going to revolve your body over toward the right. So hold those cactus arms open as you revolve from the waist. You give yourself a moment here to really check in with your end range, pressing into that left hip. You're finding your roots, your foundation, you're pouring into it. You give it 1 more big breath, inhale here. And exhale. Nice and slow, you come back center. Big breath, inhale. Exhale, revolve over to the left. Holding space here, just seeing what there is to see. Breathing, keep pressing that left elbow back as you hold space in that left side, right side. Give it 1 more inhale. And exhale again into the earth. Nice and slow inhale brings you back center. Reach your arms up to the sky. Interlace your fingers, flip your palms, and slowly start to tip over to the right. Lengthening through your left side body, push your left hip down into the earth, and then slowly come center. And your exhale is going to tip you over to the left. Working with that right side body, you're doing the best you can. Give it one more moment. And then you slowly come back center. Taking your hands to prayer up and overhead. Bend your elbows, let that prayer fall down the back of your neck as your chin comes into your chest. And you hold space here. Try to lift your elbows up and back. Really give yourself a moment's time. And if you want to advance it a little bit, you bring your chin up to the sky. Give it a little arch in your back, opening up that heart. And hold it here, one more inhale. Exhale. Nice and slow. That prayer is going to reach up to the sky. Separate your hands, relax shoulders, and exhale, hinge forward. Reach, 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 until your hands meet the earth, rounding you down into a surrender. Let's inhale, half lift, create a little space, tummies and ribs out. Exhale again, you melt and you fold. And you do the best that you can here. You might move a little bit left, you might move a little bit right. Breathe into any tension. Let your body adjust its sails. Some days takes a little longer than others, so we have patience. Give it one more breath before again you come back neutral spine. Inhale, half lift, look for your fingers. Walk your hands one at a time back toward your body. Sitting tall, spread your wings. Prayer reaches up, gaze up. Exhale, pray hands down through third eye, through heart center, bowing your head to your heart, connecting the space. Slowly you open your eyes, switch your Sukhasana, so crossing whatever leg was inside to the outside, and again you settle into your sitting bones, seeing how you feel. Lengthening through your spine, take a big breath in, exhale, let it go. Nice and slow, that prayer is going to reach up to the sky. Separate hands, relax shoulders, take a big breath in. Exhale, open up cactus arms again. Middle fingers to thumb for patience. Shrug your shoulders to your ears. Exhale, roll them down your back. One more time, shrug your shoulders high up to your ears. Exhale, roll them down your back. Now hold space. Inhale, tummy in, ribs out. Exhale, start to twist over to the left. Now hold this frame. Keep breathing. Try to gaze for the wall behind you. Give it one more breath. Listen. Nice and slow. Exhale, open your arms wide. Then you're going to hug that left side wall. Take a big breath. Inhale here. And exhale, plant your left hand down to the ground behind you as you reach your right arm up to the sky. Sit up tall, middle finger to thumb on that right hand. And exhale, lower your right hand, palm face up outside of your left thigh. So you get a little connection here. Inhale, tummy in, ribs out. Exhale, gaze off that left shoulder toward the back wall. Now again, you might walk your left fingers a little closer towards you. It's only going to help give you some support, thinking of that left arm as a second spine. Give it one more big inhale here. Surrender into what is. Listen, nice and slow. Reach your left arm toward the back wall. Reach your right arm toward the wall in front of you. Bend your elbows back into cactus, middle fingers to thumb, and slowly revolve it back center. Shrug your shoulders to your ears, inhale. Exhale, roll them down your back. Big inhale, tummy and ribs out. Exhale, revolve over to the right. Now again, hold space here, cactus arms. Keep breathing into those hips. Keep gesturing your gaze toward the wall behind you. Give it one more breath in, listen. Open those arms wide. If you're going to hug that right side wall, take a big inhale. Exhale, lower your right hand down to the ground behind you as you reach your left arm up to the sky. Now again, middle finger to thumb for patience. Exhale is going to lower your left hand, palm face up outside of your right thigh. Inhale, tummy in, ribs out. Exhale, you do what you can to revolve. Again, being mindful here. Check in with your body, adjust your sails accordingly. Give it two more big breaths. Inhale. Exhale, softening. Give it one more big breath in. And nice and slow, exhale, listen. Reach your right arm toward the back wall. Reach your left arm toward the wall in front of you. Rebend your elbows to cactus, middle fingers to thumb. And slowly bring it back, center to neutral. Inhale, shrug your shoulders to your ears. Exhale, roll them down your back. Good. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Interlace your fingers, flip your palms. Stretching through your side body. Take a big breath in. Exhale, start to lean over toward the left. Now hold that frame, keep pushing your right hip into the earth. Really feel that hinge from the hip. One more breath. Slowly we come back center and take it over toward the right. Hold space here. Keep pushing your left hip down into the earth, stretching through that left side body. Give it one more breath to expand. And exhale. Nice and slow, we come back center. Take your hands to prayer up and overhead. Listen, bend your elbows so your prayer falls down the back of your neck. Gaze down, chin toward chest. Keep trying to lift your elbows toward each other and back behind you. And if you feel up for it, you might lift your chin toward the sky, lift your gaze, cradling your head and your arms. You hold your frame here for 3. Keep lifting that heart. Activate the thoracic spine for 2. On 1, we send that prayer up to the sky. Separate hands, relax shoulders, and exhale, start to hinge and fold forward. Reach, 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 reach. Until again, your hands meet the earth and you surrender into the space. Let's inhale, half lift, tummy in, ribs out. Exhale, melt and fold. And again, you always have the option to move here. So you might sway yourself a little side to side, really digging your sitting bones into the earth. Keep that pressure in your hips so you can feel that fold. You're doing 2 things right here. We're grounding down and rooting, and we're extending and lengthening all at the same time. So as your fingers creep forward and you fold, you're also rooting down, extending, opening up hips, glutes, lower back, just checking in. All the while, breathe through the back of your rib cage. Give it one more breath, whatever you're up to in this space. Before you come back to a neutral spine, let's inhale, half lift, look for fingers. Walk your hands one at a time back toward your body, sitting tall. Spread your wings, prayer reaches up. Exhale, pray your hands down through third eye, through heart center, bowing your head to your heart. Big breath, inhale. Exhale, reminding yourself of your intention. Nice and slow, opening your eyes. You're going to find your way tabletop. So either planting your hands in front of your shins and rolling over, or maybe you sit off to the side, removing your pillow if you were using one, and you find table this way. So either way is appropriate. You want to be mindful of your body, and again, do what's right for you. So find your wrists stacking your shoulders, find your knees stacking your hips, and take your time here to start to undulate. Now, if you have any tension in your back or in your glutes, you're going to feel it here. And the slower you move, the more you benefit. Give your body some time. Adjust. Give it one more breath before you come back to a neutral spine at tabletop. Now, push up and out of those shoulder blades, activating all 10 fingers, stacking knees under hips. You're in a neutral spine here. On an inhale, we do my favorite. Drop your belly, lift your gaze, finding your cow. And exhale, chasing it down, chin to chest to find your way cat. Again, we inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze, find your way to cow. Exhale, round out, chin to chest, look for your tummy cat. 2 more times, inhale, drop that belly, lift your gaze, find your way cow. And the last time, exhale, round out, chin to chest, find your way cat. This time, we're gonna come up and hold that cow, take a breath. Exhale, round out, look for that tummy, find that cat, and hold space here for 3. Keep arching that back to the sky for 2. On 1, nice and slow, come neutral spine. Beautiful. Tuck your toes under. Reach your right arm forward, swing it up to the sky, stack your body up. Take a big breath, inhale. Exhale, take your right hand to your hip. You're going to turn your left toes out like a kickstand. So the outside, the left side of your mat, your toes go, and reach your right leg to the end of your mat. So you're coming into a modified side plank. Left shoulder stacks, left wrist. Nice, and so you reach that right arm up to the sky and you hold your frame here. Now, if your body feels okay, you might stay here. You might advance. What I'm going to do is highlight your core. Oftentimes we lose it here. Pull your ribs towards your hips right away. Best you can, engage that core. Feel the strength. Now it's starting to activate that right hip. From here, we flex your right foot, and maybe you see if you can lift that right leg up to hip height to catch yourself a baby moon. By keeping that core engaged, it stabilizes you in this balance. You shouldn't have too much weight in that left wrist, but just enough to help you balance and stabilize. Give it one more inhale here. Nice and slow. Exhale, reach your right arm up and over that ear. Long line if you're in a moon. Otherwise, that right foot is on the ground. You give it one more big breath in. And nice and slow, exhale, lower your right foot down if it's lifted. Plant your right hand down to the ground. Pivot your left knee back into alignment. And step your left foot back to meet your right to find a plank. So right away, we're pushing the earth away and start to rock here forward and back. Just stretching out your calves, stretching out your wrists. Engage all 10 fingers. Give it one more breath before you come neutral. Big inhale. Exhale, use your toes, come forward into your fingers, then send your hips up to the sky for a brief downward dog. Just to pedal through your hamstrings, roll out your ankles, checking in with your body, seeing what there is to see. Give yourself one more breath, just asking, before we come back to a neutral spine downward facing dog. Gesture both heels toward the ground. Again, you can take bends in your knees if you need. Just keep that upper body active. Ribs towards hips, tummy towards spine, pushing up and out of your shoulders. Give it one more breath either way. Exhale, let's inhale high, bend the tippy toes, set those hips as high in the sky as you can. Exhale, sink your heels down just to stretch out those calves. Last time, let's inhale high, from the tippy toes, gaze for your hands, and maybe you take a slow walk to the top of your mat to find your way to forward fold, Uttanasana. This is a great place to adopt some blocks. So if your body needs the earth a little closer, take blocks under your hands. You can always take a bend in your knees and drape your body going opposite elbows, whatever you need. So I'm going to stay here with bent knees and opposite elbows because it feels good decompressing my spine. I give it one more breath. Inhale here. And then exhale nice and slow. Everyone slowly bend your knees and sweep your arms to the sky for Uttanasana. Upward still loop. Prayer reaches up. Gaze up. Exhale, through hands down through third eye through heart center. And arms fall down by your sides for Samasthiti. Inhale, reach it up. Prayers connect. Exhale, interchange that prayer downward swan dive. As you bend your knees, you find a forward fold. Soften the blow as you go. Inhale, half lift, flat back, fingers slide up shins. And exhale, we melt and fold. Bend your knees, plant your palms, step back only your left leg. Find a low lunge here, just explore it. See if you can get your tummy off that right thigh, get your right knee over that right ankle, left leg's extended. Internal rotation of those thighs, make sure you really feel that pressure. Give it one more breath. And then plant your hands down, step your right foot back to your left, find a plank. Take a big breath, inhale here. Exhale, use your toes to come over your fingers and then drop your knees down, finding table. Sway side to side. So move your hips left, move your hips right. See how you feel. You got it. Give it one more breath before again we come back to a neutral spine. Finding your way. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze, find cow. Exhale, round out chin into chest, find your way to cat. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze, find your way, cow. Exhale, round you out, chin to chest, finding cat. And one last time, inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze, finding cow. Exhale, round out, hold that cat. Slowly come back, neutral spine table. Beautiful. This time, tuck your toes under, listen. Reach your right arm forward, swing it up to the sky, take a big breath in. Exhale, take that right hand to your hip, listen. Slide it behind your back, palm face up. See if you can get a little deeper in your bind. If it's not available, you take your hand right back to your right hip. Either way, just opening up that shoulder, broadening out your collar. One more breath here. And exhale, nice and slow, peel that right arm up to the sky, listen. Exhale, we're going to thread our needle this time. So take your right shoulder down, right cheek down, and rest your head. Walk your left hand to the top of your mat and stay here. For some of us, this is where we'll remain, pressing evenly out of both knees. For others, we're going to advance. So shifting your weight into your right knee, send your left toe to the end of your mat, catching your foundation. If you feel okay, you might start to flex your left foot, pressing up and out of that right knee. Engage your core, squeezing your left glute. You find your way to float. Now, if you want to advance here again, there are options. You might take your left hand up off the ground to hold and hover. You might send that left arm straight up to the sky. You might take your left hand to your hip, or maybe you can invite a bind here, taking it behind your back. Either way, you have something for 3. Worst case scenario, you should fall out of it. So what? You come right back into it for 2. Nice and slow on 1. If you bound yourself up, release that left arm back down to the ground. Everyone lower your left toes down to the end of your mat. Bringing your left knees back into alignment, untuck your toes. Left hand comes back underneath left shoulder, and we release that right arm up to the sky. Peel it back up, big inhale. Exhale, reach that right arm forward, take it down. Sway side to side. Good. Give it one more breath before you come back neutral. Find your way, tabletop, tuck your toes under. Shift your weight into your right hand as you reach your left arm forward, swing it up to the sky, stacking up here. Take a big breath, inhale. Exhale, take your left hand to your hip. So you're in a half bind. You take a moment here as we now turn our right toes toward the right, like a little kickstand. So take your right toes outside of your mat, extending your left leg to the end of your mat to hold space in this modified side plank. So here we are again, where our wrist is stacking our shoulder. You might release that left arm up to the sky. So you're in a full-blown variation here. For those of you who feel good, first and foremost, engage your core. So ribs towards hips, tummy towards spine, keep it squeezing. Maybe start to flex your left foot and lift that leg up to hip height. So you're in a baby moon. Most of the pressure is at your midline, which is at your right knee. So try to push up and out of that right knee, less pressure in your right hand. If you have it here, take one more breath. We're going to extend that left arm up and over your head. So a long line through that left side body. Give it one more big breath. Inhale. Exhale, lower your left leg down to the ground. If it's lifted, plant your left hand down to the earth. Pivot your right knee back to table alignment. Left toes are at the end of your mat. Now push up and out of the shoulders as you step your right foot back to meet your left. You're in a plank. And you might move forward and back here, asking of your wrists, working on any stretching going on in your hamstrings and your calves, engagement of the core. You give it one more breath, just playing before you come back into a neutral plank. Take a big breath in. Exhale, use your toes, come into your fingers, and then again, send those hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Try it on for size, take a taste, how's it feel? Pedal it out, working through any kinks. You give it one more breath with movement before again you come back to a neutral spine and downward facing dog. Now be mindful, hands or shoulders width, feet are hips width, ears line up with arms, ribs towards hips, tummy towards spine, and you're pushing the earth up and away. You give it a big breath, inhale here. And you exhale. Nice and slow, we inhale to lift up onto those tippy toes. Maybe you exhale, sink those heels back down to stretch. This time inhale high about the tippy toes. Maybe you take a bend in your knees, gaze for your hands. If you're feeling it up for it, you might take a hop. Your body says nope, you can go ahead and take a walk. Either way, we're finding the top of our mat in a forward fold uttanasana. Grab your blocks if you need them. Inhale, half lift, flat back, just to get a little more space. And exhale, melt and fold. Maybe this time you do bend your knees and you go opposite elbows. You hold this frame here. Take a big breath in. Exhale, nice and slow, bending in your knees. You sweep your arms to the sky, Lord Vastasana. Prayers up, gaze up. Exhale, go opposite elbows behind your head. Start to lift your chest as you lean back. Keep stitching your ribs towards your hips as you squeeze your glutes and push your pelvis forward. So you get a nice arch in your back. Keep that heart lifted. One more big breath in. Exhale, nice and slow, reach your arms into the sky. And bring that prayer down through third eye through heart center. Arms by your side, Samasthiti. Roll out your wrists, roll out your ankles. See how you feel. Give it one more breath before again we come back neutral spine. Inhale, sweep those arms up to the sky, salute. Exhale, any way you know how, fold down. Chasing your prayer, swan diving, your choice. Inhale, half lift once you're there. Exhale, melt and fold. Bend your knees, plant your palms, sit back your right leg only, find a low lunge and hold it. Now really play with this space. How does it feel? Make sure left knee's over ankle, you get your tummy off your left thigh, you're pushing your left hip back, your right hip forward, and you're hovering those fingers as low to the ground as you can without touching it. Or maybe you have blocks. Maybe a modified. Your back knee's down, that's okay. Give it one more breath, just holding the frame in a low lunge. Before you exhale, plant your hands, step your left foot back to meet your right, find that high plank. Now here's where we're gonna invite some play time. So you can either shimmy forward and back and play, or you can start to tip side to side. So you're gonna get a stretch in your obliques. If you're feeling good, you might pull out full side plank as you come side to side, right? So whether your feet are staggered or stacked, you're playing with a side plank hustle. You do a little shuffle side to side to play. This is all on you. If you want to do it, you don't have to. It's an invitation, all right? So give it one more breath of your playing. Before again you come back neutral. Fire up those engines, squeeze your core, ribs towards hips, tummy towards spine, no dipping pelvis, no high knees up. Give it one more breath, my planks. Use your toes, come into your fingers. Send your hips back up to the sky, downward facing pedal. Woo. more breath pedaling. Before again you come back neutral spine, adjust your both heels toward the earth, ground yourself down, find that Adho Mukha. This time we inhale high up on the tippy toes. I'm gonna have you send that right leg up to the sky. Now be mindful you're pushing evenly out of both hands. So if you're finding you're dumping into your left arm, press back over into your right. Bending your right knee, opening your hip, you're getting a little bit of a quad stretch here. Keep it lifted. Take a big breath, inhale here. Exhale, slowly start to take your right knee into your chest while you're in the three-legged dog. Bring it forward so your nose touches your knee, curl it in. Find your way, tiger pose. Get your shoulders over your wrists in a plank. Inhale, send you back up. Three-legged dog, extend your right leg to the sky. Slowly crunch that right knee into your chest as you roll forward to your plank. Shoulders back, wrist, try to kiss your kneecap. One more time, send that right leg up to the sky. Big breath, inhale. Exhale, tuck that right knee into your chest. This time, gaze for your hands, shift forward, step that right foot through, hold that low lunge. Now stay in this space. Really work on that low lunge frame. We visited it briefly before. This time we're gonna play with it a little bit more. Give it one more moment here. Exhale, palms to face each other, send it behind you like a speed racer. So you're still in a low lunge. Reach your arms down. Reach your arms forward and then lift your chest up to find yourself high lunge. Again, foundation is still the same. Arms are just lifted. From here, go opposite elbows behind your head. Drop your right hand down your back. We're gonna scratch your back. Right? So right hand scratching your back, left hand is tapping your elbow. On an inhale, lift your chest, try to gaze up to the sky. So you're gonna feel a pull in that right tricep. Right arm is still itching your back, left hand is still capping that right elbow. Give it one more inhale here. Exhale, nice and slow, release both arms up to the sky, big breath in. Exhale, hinge halfway down. Pull your ribs towards your hips as you get your chest parallel with that right thigh. Big inhale, sink into that right knee. Exhale, come to hover your fingers inches from the earth. Now shake out your shoulders. I know your arms are tingling. Give it one more breath before you plant your left hand down and feel your right arm to the sky for easy twist. So your right leg is still working, but we're offsetting some of that pressure. Keep bringing that right knee in towards your body. If you need to make room for, a baby belly, take your right foot out just a little bit, like heel toe it out. Be mindful. Easy twist is accessible when we're carrying babies. You just need a little more room. Give it one more breath. Inhale here. Exhale. We're going to take that right hand to the hip. Now this is what's coming next. Variations of side plank are happening. You could drop your left knee preparing for a modified side plank. Or you can come outer edge of your left foot and swing your right leg back to meet your left. Okay? Squeeze your glutes, push your pelvis away from the earth. Maybe reach your right arm up to the sky. Either way, you're holding space here for 3. Hold space here for 2. Here's the hard part. On 1, take your right hand back to your hip. Flex your right foot. Lift that right leg up off the earth. Bring your right knee into your chest. Step it back to the top of your mat. Coming back to the top of that left toe. Peel your right arm back up to the sky, easy twist. Reach your right arm forward, take it down. Whew. Inhale, half lift, little baby, low lunge. Exhale, plant your hands down, grab your blocks. We're gonna straighten out both legs for pyramid, giving your right quad a major break. If your body says can't touch the ground, that's okay, we're gonna adjust right now, okay? So let's inhale, half lift. You can keep your legs as wide as they are, or you can shorten up your stance by stepping your left foot up a few inches. So maybe end up with like 3 feet between your 2 feet, okay? So if you have it, think about plugging your right hip back, left hip forward. So you squeeze your thighs in. Maybe blocks are under your fingers. You take your tummy in, ribs out, and you exhale, start to drape over that right leg. Now, I'm gonna give you a challenge in just one more breath. For those of you who are happy where you are, stay here. For those of you who are looking for a little bit more, take an inhale, half lift, hover your hands, flat back. Take your palms to face each other, send them behind you like a speed racer. So your arms are in alignment with your sides. Tummy's in, ribs out. Exhale, start to tilt your nose towards your knee. As you hinge forward, your hands come up and behind you, just holding an invisible ball behind you. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you decide to reach those arms toward the wall behind you, and you might be able to interlace your fingers behind your left thigh. I call this the chain link bind. You're like a little chain link fence. If you have the back of that left knee, you hold space here balancing. Whatever you have, give it one more big breath in. And exhale. We're going to meet with our hands down on the ground on either side of that right foot. We're going to inhale, half lift. Bend into your right knee. Right? Now come up out of your hands, throw out some peace fingers a few inches out in front of you. Maybe you use your blocks. And you're going to shift forward into that right bent knee. So lift your leg up hip height. So you're in a bent knee warrior 3. Be mindful of your core. If you're dumping that belly, you're going to kill your lower back. So pull your ribs towards your hips, tummy towards your spine. This should be rip-roaring through your glute right now. Give it one more breath here, and then slowly plant your left foot down to meet your right forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. You got it. Exhale, melt and fold. Soft bend in your knees, sweep it upward, Bahastasana, prayers up, gaze up. Exhale, hands behind your back. Other option, either interlace your fingers, squeeze your palms, or take your hands to your invisible back pockets like so. Okay? Whatever you're doing, you're squeezing those shoulder blades back. Squeeze your glutes, lift your heart, lift your gaze. So you get a little bit of a back bend in here. Keep opening up your heart for 3. Hold space in whatever variation of standing camel you chose for 2. Give it one more big breath. On 1, slowly sweep your arms back up to the sky. And your choice in how you chase it down, whether it's a prayer chase or a swan dive, you find your way to fold. Inhale, half lift, finger slide up shins. Exhale, melt and fold. And hang out here for a moment. Maybe you bend one knee at a time. So you give your body a moment. You're going to feel a big difference between that right side and that left side. I know you feel it because I feel it too. Give it one more breath. Before again you come neutral, hang your head, hang your body. We'll inhale half lift just to transition us out. Exhale, melt and fold. Now bend your knees, plant your palms, step only your left leg back, find that low lunge again. Now here, we're gonna have an opportunity to play with side plank again, but I have an advancement for some of you. Take that left hand down to the ground, peel that right arm back up to the sky, you're back in your easy twist. Now really lunge into that right leg. Keep bringing that right knee in towards your body. Now for those of you who want to take the advancement, you're going to take a yogi toe lock on your right big toe. For the rest of you, you can take a right hand to the hip, outer edge of your left foot comes down to the ground, and you're going to swing your right leg back again for side plank, or drop your left knee to do the same. So for those of you going for the advancement, take your peace fingers to your right big toe. You ready? Come outer edge of your left foot, press up on that left wrist as you swing your right leg out and swing it up to balance. Squeeze your glutes, lift your chest. If you haven't, come to a full extended side plank. Everyone take one more breath in. Flex your right foot, lift it back up hip height. Bring your right knee into your chest, step it back to the top of your mat. Right arm up to the sky, you're back in easy twist. One more inhale. Exhale, reach that right arm forward, take it down. Hover low lunge, one breath. Plant your hands down. Step your right foot back to meet your left plank. Shimmy forward and back. Maybe shimmy side to side. Bust out side plank shuffle. Whatever you got going on, it's up to you. If you're pulling out the side planks, you are conditioning today. If you're saying nope, you are not conditioning today. So do what you gotta do. I'm sabotaging myself giggling. Give yourself one more breath playing if you are, before you come back to neutral spine at plank. Now give it your all. It's one more breath in. We're gonna take a break. Exhale, use your toes. Come forward into your fingers. Drop your knees down. Tabletop sway side to side. Whew. Now for some of us, we're ready for a nap. So maybe you come into a child's pose. Maybe you're taking a sip of water. Maybe you sit your hips back on your heels and you need to roll out your wrists. I know some days my wrists are super cranky.
We don't always get the wrist warm up fully into class, but you can certainly integrate it at any point in your practice. So be like a little T-Rex. Pin your elbows to your sides and conduct some music. Just roll out your wrists. Maybe you extend it out in front of you, rolling out those wrists. Maybe you reach it up to the sky, continue rolling out your wrists. Maybe you take it out to a capital T. I'm gonna hit the wall with my left hand. And then reach it back forward again. And back to T-Rex. Beautiful. Maybe an infinity roll, interlace your fingers, just roll it out. So many little things that you can do here. You can also access this in your tabletop if you want to sway side to side, turning your hands, moving forward and back, turning your fingers toward each other, sway side to side. Fingertips away from each other, wrists in, moving left and right. Again, this is your practice, right? So whatever you're up to, we give it one more breath before we come back neutral. Find your way tabletop. Wrist stack shoulders, knee stack hips. Good. Now once you're there, press the earth away. Big breath in. Exhale. Nice and slow. Tuck your toes under. Slowly, we're going to reach that left arm forward. Reach it up to the sky. Stack your body up. Gaze up to that left hand. Big inhale. Exhale, take your left hand to your hip. Or maybe you slide it behind your back, giving yourself a moment to really broaden out that collar, stretching out that left shoulder. Should feel pretty good on the wrists too. Either way, you're in a bind. And on your next inhale, you're going to release that left arm back up to the sky, getting ready to thread your needle as you exhale, come on down. So left shoulder down, left cheek down, and relax your head. You might stay here, extending your right hand to the top of your mat, and that's as far as you go. For the rest of you, you might follow along, tucking your toes under. Start to shift your weight into your left knee as your right toes extend to the end of your mat. You find your frame here and you hold it. Now it's important to use your core. So pull that core in, ribs towards hips, tummy towards spine. Maybe you start to flex your right foot and you lift it up to hip height. Keep flexing that right foot, trying to drive that heel into the wall behind you. Pushing up and out of your left knee, your core is still engaged. And if you're going to advance, here's your options. Maybe you take your right hand to hover the earth too. Maybe you can extend that right arm straight up to the sky. And maybe, just maybe, you take that right hand to your hip, or you slide it behind your back, palm face up. So these are all little advancements. This is when you have control of your foundation and you can put little sprinkles on top. Okay? So pour into your foundation and then do something else. Give it one more breath, balancing here, whatever you have. If you fall out silhouette, find it again. If you're bound, reach your right arm up to the sky, release. Reach it forward toward the wall in front of you. Take your hand down to the mat. Everyone lower your right toes down to the ground at the back of your mat. Bring your right knee back into table alignment. Untuck your toes. Right hand comes back underneath right shoulder. And again, you peel that left arm up to the sky. Gazing up to that left hand. Take a big breath. And maybe you rebind again. Taking left hand to hip or slide it behind your back just for good measure. Inhale. Exhale, slowly release it up to the sky, reach it forward, and take it back down, tabletop. Sway side to side. Give it one more big breath in. Before you exhale, coming back into that neutral spine, you're going to tuck your toes under. You're going to lift your knees 2 inches from the earth, hover that table for 3. Hovering that table for 2. On 1, send your hips all the way up to the sky, downward facing dog, pedaling it out. You do what you can in this space again. Just playing around. Try it on for size. Give it one more breath. Before again you come back to a neutral spine, gesture both heels toward the earth. Let's inhale high up on the tippy toes. Stay there. Send your left leg up to the sky. Bend your left knee, open your hip, being mindful you're not favoring your right shoulder. So push evenly out of both hands so both shoulders are doing equal work. Keep breathing here with that left leg a little bit higher. Big breath in. Exhale, stay as you are as you start to draw your left knee into your chest and then shift your body forward so your shoulders stack your wrists. Try to kiss your left kneecap. Find tiger pose. Inhale is going to send that left leg back up to the sky. Rebending that left knee, opening up your hip. Again, start to draw that left knee into your chest, then shift your body forward, stacking shoulders over wrists, find tiger pose. Inhale is going to send it back up to the sky. Then now left knee, open that hip. One more time, bring your left knee to your nose, coming forward into that tiger. Gaze for your hand, shift into your fingers, step your left foot through, find your way low lunge. Now again, we're gonna play with this lunge for a while. So set your foundation and feel good here. Make sure that left knee is over that left ankle. Make sure that right leg is extended, chest is lifted off that left thigh. Fingers are dangling the mat best you can, or blocks. You give it one more breath. Inhale, keep squeezing that right glute to stabilize. Palms to face each other. Send them behind you like a speed racer. Keep that chest low. Get even deeper. Reach your arms down. Reach your arms forward. Hold that frame and then reach your upper body up. So now we're in that high lunge. Left knee is still over left ankle. You're plugging your left hip back, right hip forward. Internal rotation keeps you honest. Take a big breath, inhale here. Exhale, nice and slow, go opposite elbows behind your head. So your right hand is gonna cap your left elbow and your left hand is gonna itch the middle of your back. Right, so just gives you a nice tricep stretch. Inhale, start to lift your chest, gaze up. Keep stitching your ribs towards your hips in this little back bend. Lunge into that left thigh. Give it one more big breath in. Exhale, nice and slow. We're gonna reach those arms up to the sky. Exhale, hinge halfway down over that left thigh again. So left quad is firing. Give it one more breath, hold that frame, and then lower your arms to dangle. Shoulders sway, so shake it out. You know easy twist is coming. Give it one more breath. Plant your right hand down, peel your left arm up to the sky. So we're still working with that left leg, just not as intense. Keep internal rotation at left thigh. Again, if you have a baby belly, you have a baby belly, you're gonna wanna heel toe that left foot out a little bit. Give yourself some space. Give it one more breath, inhale. Exhale, take your left hand to your hip. This is where the first go at side plank comes. If you need to modify, you're dropping your right knee down, turning your toes out like a kickstand. If you're ready to roll, take the outer edge of your right foot down to the ground and swing your left leg back to either stack or stagger your right. And you hold space here, squeezing, holding. Reach that left arm up to the sky. Whether you have that right knee down or not, doesn't much matter. Give it one more breath in your side plank. Here's your challenge. Reach that left arm up and overhead. Flex your left foot, lift it up off the ground. Bring your left knee to your chest, step to the top of your mat, pivoting back to that easy twist foundation. Left arm reaches back up to the sky. Take a big breath in. Exhale, reach that left arm forward. Take it down. Hover one moment in low lunge. Plant your hands and get ready for pyramid. Grab your blocks to straighten out your legs and fold. So you officially have your left leg back. For now. All right, so catch your breath. Take a big inhale, fill up your lungs. Maybe exhale, it's a really funny sound. Keep your lips together, go. You sound like a little birdie. I don't know why, but it just feels really good to do that. Inhale, half lift. If you want to bump your right leg up, you're going to bend that right knee, take it up a few inches, shortening your stance in your pyramid. You want about 3 feet between your 2 feet. Keep pushing your left hip back, right hip forward, internal rotation of those thighs. Blocks are under hands, they are your friends. Inhale, tummy in, ribs out. Exhale, go ahead and fold. Advancements are coming, should you choose to take them. You don't have to. These are all variations. Give it one more breath if you're here. If you are content, stay here, breathing for the back of that left thigh. If not, maybe you're going to inhale, half lift, and you're going to take your hands off the earth to hover. Really pull those thighs in. Get a nice flat back. Palms come to face each other. Send them behind you like a speed racer. So your arms are in alignment with your hips and your sides. You take an inhale, tummy in, ribs out. And as you exhale, you start to tilt forward. So your nose is diving down towards your knee. You're passing your arms up and over and behind your back like you're holding an invisible beach ball behind you. If you feel good here, you stay. It's pretty intense. If your body says, I'd like to bind a little bit more, reach your arms behind that right leg. So you're passing something behind you, and then interlace your fingers behind that right thigh. Whatever you have, a chain link bind, or you're holding an invisible beach ball, or you're touching the ground, you have 2 more breaths balancing. Keep breathing that right hip forward, left hip back. 1 more. If you have a bind, release your hands down to line up with your toes. Inhale, we half lift. Good. Bend into your left knee. Catch your fingers off the ground. Throw out some peace fingers for me. And take them a few inches out in front of your left foot. Maybe grab some blocks. Start to shift your weight into your left bent knee. Lift your right leg up hip height. So you're back in that baby warrior 3. Got a little assistance, left leg still bent. Left hip and glute are firing. Keep dropping that right hip down. Lift that right leg up. 1 more breath. Slowly step your right foot down to meet your left and fold. Who has buns of steel now? I'm feeling my gluteals. Roll out your ankles. Do what you gotta do here to feel good. Maybe you're bending your knees and draping opposite elbows. Whatever you have, you're holding space here for 2 more big breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more big breath in. And exhale. Nice and slow. Let's inhale. Half lift, flat back, just to prepare you. Exhale, melt and fold. Soft bend in your knees. Sweep those arms up to the sky. Prayer reaches up, gaze up. Exhale, put your hands down through third eye, through heart center. Arms by your sides against Namaste. Roll it out. Give yourself a moment. Regrouping. 1 more breath before we come back to that neutral spine once more. Let's inhale, send that prayer up to the sky. And again, exhale, take the bind of your choice. Take your hands behind your back. You can interlace your fingers, squeeze your palms. You can take invisible back pockets. You could go opposite elbows, or maybe you take a reverse prayer. If you can get that up your back, try for it. Why not? Either way, we're going to take that standing camel. I'm going to take my hands in my invisible back pockets. Squeeze your glutes, lift your heart. Push your pelvis forward as you gaze up to the sky. Keep trying to roll those shoulder blades back. Holding your frame here for 3. Holding your frame here, breathing for 2. Nice and slow on 1. Reach your arms up to the sky, prayer connects. And exhale again, you find your way to chase it down and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, melting, folding. Bend your knees, plant your palms, step back only your right leg, catch your low lunge. Now you know we're gonna play inside plank again. And you know you have options. So hold your frame here for now. Take a big breath in. Exhale, plant your right hand down to the ground. Peel your left arm up to the sky. Hold space as you revolve. Now, from this easy twist, we're going to take that left hand to your hip. You're going to hold your frame, and you know you can do the original side plank. You can take a modified side plank. For those of you who went for the yogi toe bind, well, you're going to take your peace fingers to your left big toe, wrap around it. Come to the outer edge of your right foot, and then swing that left leg out and up. As you squeeze your glutes, you lift your pelvis up and you hold your frame. Give it 1 more breath. Extend your left leg to stack your right. Reach your left arm up and overhead. We give 1 more breath. Everyone hold this side plank. Flex your left foot to lift up off the ground. Bring your left knee to your chest. Step it back forward. Easy twist. Left arm back up to the sky 1 more time. Exhale, reach that left arm forward, take it down, hover both hands, low lunge, it's the last time. Exhale, plant your hands down. Step your left foot back to meet your right. Top that push up in plank. Now again, if you're feeling it, do your side plank shuffle. Come into it anyway. Maybe you come into stargazer shuffle. Personally, I like that one. Where you just throw yourself over. Step your left foot over to the right side, squeeze. Step your left foot over to the left side, lift and squeeze. It feels really good on the back. So do what you want to do to play. Either way, it's for you. Give it 1 more breath. Before you're back in a neutral spine, push up. Good. 1 inhale, tummy's in. Exhale, use those toes to come forward over fingers. Take your knees down, tabletop. Woo, 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 sway. Let it go. You've done so well. Now again, if you want to take a moment and rest, Go ahead, come back to child's pose. Maybe you take embryo pose where you drape your arms by your sides and you just rest. If you have your knees wide, so taking child's pose with wide knees, you can thread your arms through your legs and hold on to your heels behind you. This is a true embryo. It actually feels really good on the shoulders. So if you're feeling it in the calf of your shoulder, I recommend doing that embryo. So again, wide knee child's pose, and then thread your arms through and take a cheek to the mat. It just feels really nice. Relieves any pressure you might be experiencing in the calves of those shoulders. Whew. Breathe it out here. Whatever you're up to, whether you're working or you're relaxing, again, this is your practice. So do what's right for you. Give yourself 2 more breaths just to regroup. And then we're going to do a little mini standing sequence. It's not much. We're just getting to the top of our mat and we're going to work on some balancing. So we're going to flirt with a warrior 3. And then that warrior 3 might transform into a half moon. Okay? If you have half moon, you might be able to pull out sugar cane. So there's so many different variations and levels that we can take our practice to. I know personally, been practicing 19 years, there were some days I can't even dream of doing those poses because my body's just not tolerating it. I'm tired, I feel like a baby elephant, energetically I'm out of sorts, maybe I'm on my moon, so I'm just really out of sorts. So if you're experiencing any of that, and you're like really judging yourself for not being able to access a shape maybe you've done in the past, don't. Let it go. All things for reasons. So if you need to take it easy, honor your body. Wherever you are, we're gonna find our way tabletop. Getting ready for that last little mini sequence, and that's gonna take us down to the ground, and we'll relax and breathe our way back into Shavasana, okay? So find your way tabletop, wrists are stacking shoulders, knees are stacking hips. Get yourself here, push the earth away. Tuck your toes under. Lift your knees 2 inches from the earth to hover that table, hold it for 3. Hold it for 2. On 1, send your hips up to the sky, downward facing dog, and start to pedal here. Again, working out the kinks. Do what you can, don't worry about the rest. Might be feeling tired, ready for a nap, maybe ready for dinner. I'm kind of a combination of both, so I hear you. Give yourself 1 more breath, come in neutral, just your both heels down. Let's inhale high up onto those tippy toes. Send your right leg up to the sky. Bending your right knee, opening up your hip. Take a big breath in. Exhale, slowly take your right knee into your chest. Bring that body forward so your shoulders stack your wrists. Gaze for your hands and plant your right foot through to find your way low lunge. Take a big breath in. Exhale, nice and slow. Throw out your peace fingers. Start to shift forward into that right bent knee. We're going to see about lifting off, lifting that left leg up. See if you can straighten your right leg this time. If your right hamstring says not happening, that's okay. Bend your right knee again, okay? Now for some of us, we're going to stay right here in a warrior 3. For others, we might start to invite our left hand to our left hip. So whether your knee is bent or not, doesn't matter, but try to balance with only your right hand down. From here, keep that right hand planted at 2 o'clock. Start to press to straighten your right leg if it isn't already. Lifting your left hip up to stack your right. You're coming into the beginnings of your half moon. You can take your right hand to a block. I'm going to demonstrate that. So if you have the block, it brings the earth much closer to you. And you really focus on the strength of that right leg. Squeezing, lifting, flex your left foot. Trying to stack your shoulders, your arms, your ribs, and your hips. If you can reach that left arm up, you've got it. Hold space in your half moon. Now, for those of you who have a sugar cane, I'm going to challenge you here. Point your left toe. See if you can kick your left heel towards your high knee first. So get your left heel towards your glute. Do nothing with your left hand yet. So you're checking your end range. From here, maybe your left hand can find the top of that left foot. You kick your foot into your hand, you find Shavasana. If you have sugar cane, hold it. It's a big stretch in that right adductor. Sugar cane, slowly release the half moon. Half moon, reach your left arm forward, take it down to the ground, meeting us in warrior three. Warrior three, start to bend your right knee, step your left toes down to the end of the mat, hover hands in alignment with that right heel. Get one more breath, low lunge. Plant your hands down. Beautiful. See if you can bend your right knee, take your knee to your nose, find tiger pose. Take your right knee outside your right elbow, step that right foot down again, find a lizard. So we're holding here in this space. We're breathing. Keep drawing that right knee in towards your right shoulder. Again, blocks are friends. Keep up with this space for 3. I promise that back knee's coming down in 2. On 1, go ahead, lower your left knee down toward the ground and untuck your toe. Now make sure that that left leg is extended behind you. If you have your knee underneath your hip, you're not in a lizard. You want to tuck that toe under, step your left foot back, and drop your hip down. Good. Keep that chest lifted. Keep your neck neutral. Try to press up and out of your rhomboids while gazing straight down at the top of your mat. So you hold space in this lizard. 2 more inhales. Exhale. 1 more big breath. And exhale. Nice and slow. You're going to tuck that left toe under. Lift that left knee back up. See if you can bring your right knee back to your right elbow and step it back to a plank. Push the earth away, big inhale. Exhale, use your toes, come into your fingers. Send your hips up to the sky, downward facing dog. Pedal it out. So, nothing too crazy. It's asking, it's inviting. Your body might have fought the whole way, but that's okay. You do what you can. You give it 1 more breath. Before again you come back, neutral spine, downward facing dog. Gesture both heels toward the earth. Ribs towards hips, tummies towards spine. Let's inhale high up onto tippy toes. Let's send that left leg up to the sky. Bend your left knee, open your hip again. Be mindful you're not favoring your right shoulder. Press up and out. Give a big inhale here. Exhale, start to bring your left knee into your chest and then shift your weight forward so your shoulders come over your wrist. Give that left knee a kiss. Gaze for your hand, shimmy forward as your fingers step your left foot through. Again, catch yourself a low lunge. Do what you can in this space. Get your tummies off that left thigh. I know, old habits. Try to activate your left quad. 1 more breath in. Throw me some peace fingers. Take them a few inches out in front of you, or to blocks. Start to come forward into that left knee, lifting that right leg up, hip height. You're in a warrior 3. Again, if warrior 3 is just not accessible for you, you can take a bend in that left knee and keep that right leg lifted hip height. Keep lowering your right hip down, squeeze your thighs in. Pull your core and ribs towards hips, tummy towards spine. Again, blocks are friends. I'm actually going to get mine ready for that half moon demo. For those of you going for the half moon, you know what to do. We're going to take that right hand to the hip just to get the balance in. For some of us, we're going to remain here. For others, we start to quad press to straighten that left leg, stacking up our hips. Good. Flex your right foot. Keep trying to drive that heel toward the wall behind you. Get your ribs stacked, your hips stacked, and then maybe your wrists to stack. Bending that right arm to the sky. Again, I'm going to take the modification, demonstrating with a block. Whoop, as I fall out of it. Should have done that first. Holding that half moon if you have it. Maybe you start to point your right toe, building for sugar cane or Shavasana. Bend your right knee, try to kick your right heel towards your behind without using your right hand. Do nothing else. Then maybe that right hand catches the top of your right foot, and you kick your right foot into your hand, finding your way to sugar cane. If you have it, hold it. 1 more breath, sugars. Slowly, my sugars release back to half moon. Nice and slow with control. Reach that right arm forward. Take that right hand down. Everyone meeting in warrior 3. Start to bend into your left knee. Tapping your right toes to the end of the mat. Fingers come to line up with that left heel. You give yourself a moment, low lunge. Make it count. Beautiful. Exhale, plant your hands. Bend your left knee so your knee comes to your nose. Give it a kiss, tiger. And then take your left knee outside of your left elbow, tap, and step your left foot outside of your left hand. Lizard. Hello, lizard. How I snuck that in. I know, that was so sneaky. Keep pushing the earth away. Use your blocks if you need. Try to push up and out of your rhomboids like you're in a plank. and gaze softly toward the top of your mat. So try not to crank up your neck. Give it one more breath in. Exhale, we're gonna dip that right hip down, lowering your back knee to the earth, untucking your right toe. Again, be mindful that your right leg is extended. If you have that deep bend in your right knee, you don't have a lizard. Lizard is a hip flexor opener and extender. So get it in there. Whew. Keep drawing your left knee in towards your left shoulder. Press up and out, gazing toward the top of your mat. Give yourself one more breath here. Exhale, beautiful lizards. Tuck your right toe under, lift your right knee back up. You're back in traditional. Press it up and out of those wrists. You're gonna bend that left knee, get your left knee to your left elbow, hover your left foot, and then step it back, plank. Push the earth away, big inhale. Exhale, use your toes come into your fingers, take a breath. Knees come down, rest in a child's pose. Ooh, you've done brilliantly. Let your bodies go. I promise you we're coming down from here. Like literally, we're not coming back up. All right. Now the beauty of being down here is we're gonna come down onto our tummies. Kate, I don't know if you're gonna do well with that. Okay, maybe we're gonna scratch that. We're gonna come onto our backs. So, when you're ready, come up to a tabletop. Crawl your knees up to your wrists. Sit back, swing your legs out, and we're gonna come onto our backs. So, find your way so your feet are hips width distance. Take your hands right on top of your shins and try to sit up nice and tall. Think of your feet like little concrete blocks, like little cinder blocks. Keep that chest lifted. You're gonna feel that low pelvic floor engaging. You have a nice separation in the knees to give you some space. And then nice and slow, we're gonna reach arms forward, keeping everything else the same. Hold it here, 3. Feel that fire for 2. On 1, chin to chest, lean forward, gaze down to the ground, and then 1 vertebra at a time. Remember, your feet are like little cinder blocks. Let your feet keep you grounded as you lower your lower back, middle back, upper back, shoulders, arms, head, and hands. So down to the ground you go, and you're gonna windshield wiper those knees side to side as you walk them a little bit closer towards you. You breathe into this space. Beautiful. Give it one more breath. Before again you come neutral. Nice and slow, take your palms by your sides, palms face down. Walk your heels a little closer towards your body. Think nice high knees. And when you're ready, squeeze your glutes. Lift your pelvis up. Walk your shoulders underneath you. Maybe you bind your hands underneath you, squeeze your palms. Maybe you lift your pelvis up a little higher. Try to keep your chin away from your chest. Either way, you're in a bridge and you're holding space here for 3. Keep stitching your ribs towards your hips for 2. On 1, slowly release your arms and lower your pelvis down. Windshield wiper knees side to side. Good. We're going to do that one more time. So when you're ready, coming back neutral, taking your hands by your sides, squeeze your glutes, push into palms, push into feet, lift your pelvis up. This time, walk your shoulder blades underneath you. Try to get your hands a little closer. Interlace your fingers to squeeze your palms if you have access to that. And then see if you can come to the tiptoe of that right foot, and then come to the tiptoe of your left foot. Really press up on those tiptoes. Squeeze your glutes, lift your pelvis up. 3. Hold space here for 2. Chin away from chest. Slowly on 1, lower your left heel down. Lower your right heel down. Unbind your hands and slow motion lower your pelvis down. Good. Again, windshield wiper your knees. This time we're going to bring knees into chest. So keep rocking side to side as you tuck those knees in, flexing your feet. Give it a big breath in. And exhale, come center. Open arms out, capital T or cactus, your choice, and shoulders. Relax them back, flexing feet. Nice and slow, we're going to take our right leg to cross over left. Point your toes, sit pretty, and tuck your knees into your chest even more. So you're going to feel that right thigh trying to touch your tummy. Take a big breath in, and exhale, let those crossed legs fall over to the left. You're going to feel the tug in that right hip. You're going to feel the tug in that right side. Send your exhale there. Look off your right shoulder. Give it 2 more big breaths in. Keep those shoulders grounded. Give it 1 more big breath in. That's it. Nice and slow on your accord. Start to come back center, hugging your knees back up. Unravel right leg from left. Flex your feet back into your tuck. Take a big breath in. Exhale. Slowly taking that left leg over your right. Crossing. Point your toes. Sit pretty. Try to bring your left knee in towards your chest a little more. Feel that resistance. Inhale. And then exhale. Let both legs fall over toward the right. So you feel that revolution. Maybe you crack your back a little bit. Gazing off your left shoulder if you want to change your drishti. You're keeping your shoulders grounded, so try not to lose it in the twist. Foundation first. Once you pour the foundation, then you get to put the sprinkles and the cherries and the whipped cream on top. Give it 1 more big breath inhaling here. Nice, slow exhale. Gently on your accord, bring those knees back center. Unraveling left leg from right. Flex your feet, tucking both knees into your chest. Send both legs up to the sky. Hold yourself a waterfall. Now maybe you click your heels, think there's no place like home. It'll help loosen up through your hips. I like to shake my legs out. I'm a wiggler. So keep that flexion. Keep pulling your ribs towards your hips, tummy towards your spine. Relaxing here. Close your eyes. Big inhales fill you up. Exhale, soften you. Give it 1 more breath, waterfall. And nice and slow, point your toes. Start to lower, pin straight legs toward the ground. Keep pulling your ribs towards your hips, your tummy towards your spine. Nice long legs. Try to get your heels to hover the earth, squeeze your glutes. Separate your feet, lower them all the way down. You're in a full blown Shavasana with either cactus or capital T arms. Now from here, you can choose what you want your final resting pose to be. I personally feel really good right here, so I'm not moving. But maybe you're like, yeah, I want to take the bottoms of my feet to touch. And you find yourself a Supta Baddha Konasana. Maybe you want to take your hands to a different variation, so you go opposite elbows overhead. Or maybe you take your right hand to your heart, left hand to your tummy. You could lie on your side in fetal pose. You could scoot yourself up against the wall and take your legs up the wall 90 degrees for reclined waterfall. Whatever you want to do, it's for you. You're going to close those eyes once you've found your space. Kind of relax into it. Maybe walk your shoulder blades underneath you a little bit, puff that heart up a little. And then start to soften here, relaxing your cheeks, relaxing your jaw. Starting to deepen your breath. Inhale fills you up, create some space. Exhale, let it go. Now I'm going to bring you into a whiskey breath. So on the next inhale, count to 3 to fill your lungs all the way. Fill them up. And as you exhale, try to count to 5 or 7. So the slower you release the air, the longer your count will be. Once you've emptied fully, count to 3 to fill your lungs again. So quick fill, 3 count. Again, exhale for 5 or 7. Try to slow yourself down. Inhale, counting 3. Exhale, counting 5 or 7. And continue in this manner, counting your breath while you soften your cheeks and your jaw. You relax the space between, behind, and around your eyes. You feel your shoulders growing heavier, your arms, your hands. You feel your core and your pelvic floor, your hips, your glutes. Feel your legs taking their varying shapes. Your heels anchor. Your feet falling away. Your entire body is at rest, breathing in this space. Inhale, expand, fill up, count to 3. Exhale, slow release, 5 or 7. Then slowly, my yogis, begin to deepen your breath once more as you slowly transition back into your natural breathing pattern. Inhale and match your exhale to your inhale. And slowly start to heighten your awareness, noticing sound, sense, sensation, wiggling fingers, wiggling toes. You start to move your head slowly side to side. Then coming center. Inhale, extend your arms overhead, maybe lengthening out through your legs, point and flex feet. Take a big breath, inhale here. And as you exhale, bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. Rock left and rock right. Massaging lower lumbar into the earth. Give it one more big breath in. And as you exhale, fall over to your right or left side to find a fetal pose. Let it all go. Big inhale here. And exhale. And then gently, without disturbing your peace, gently press your way up, finding a comfortable seat on your mat, grounding down into Sukhasana, Siddhasana, any seated asana will do. Once more, lengthening through your spine, shrug your shoulders to your ears, loosen them up. Exhale, roll them down your back. Draw your hands to prayer and heart center, bowing your head to your heart, connecting head space with heart space. As you press your pinkies and thumbs together, release your middle fingers to create your blossom. Within it, place your intention, visualizing its light, lending it your strength, your faith. On your inhale, lift it all the way to the sky, presenting your light to the world. As you exhale, allow your hands to part. As they fall to the side, you imagine that light making its way out to take root and make a difference. Hands return to prayer and heart center, bowing your head to your heart one last time. The light within me honors that brilliant shining light within each and every one of you. I'd like to close our class with the sound of Om, the universal sound that connects us all. If you'd like to join me, exhale the air out of your lungs. Inhaling for Om. Om Shanti Shanti, Om Peace Peace. I hope you all have a brilliant rest of your evening, rest of your week, and your weekend. Hopefully we'll see you again one day soon, but until we meet again, namaste.